So what is up, Africana fam? It's your girl Young Africana back at it again with another video, and today is day 4 of the Powerpuff Girls series, and we are getting on the villain's side. Welcome to him. I am Timothy, okay? This is him. If you guys want to see how I achieved this beautiful makeup and hairstyle from start to finish, then just keep on watching, get your popcorn ready, because we about to start the show, okay? Alright, so this hair is from New Star Hair. I went ahead and got their 13x4 frontal, and this is, I believe, in the 20 inch or 18 inch, and then the rest of the hair is all 24 inches. So right now I'm just showing y'all how I protected my lace. I went ahead and placed some gel, some Got2b gel in the freeze spray, and did about 2 to 3 layers of that and let that dry until it's completely dry. And now onto the watercolor method to dye the hair, because I want to protect the knots. I'm going in with some hot water, and I'm using the color Adore in Truly Red and Crimson. And you want to make sure that the water is just super hot, and mix up the dye in the water just to make sure that there's no dye flying in there. And I'm gonna go ahead and dip the hair ends first, and just keep on dipping it until I get down to the root. And while you're doing this, you want to make sure that you are using a comb to comb out the hair to make sure that it gets on every single strand. Now once that's done, I went ahead and replaced the water, and now it's on to the second part of the watercolor method. I'm going into my Kiss Temptation semi-permanent dye in the color Jet Black with some hot water, and you're gonna go ahead and mix that up again. And I'm going to do a ombre, so I'm going to tint the ends of the hair black. And while you're doing this, you just want to make sure you're dipping it and holding it to make sure that the wig is even and that it's getting, the dye is getting on the hair evenly. It's not like one side is higher than the other. So I just like to hold the hair or the wig in the middle just to make sure that everything is nice and even. And just comb throughout the hair just to make sure it gets on every single strand. And I went ahead and just rinsed that out and let that dry overnight. And now it's on to cutting off those ear tabs. I'm going to cut those ear tabs around my ear to make sure that the wig fits nice and snug. And now I'm just parting my hair to prep the hair for the style that I want to do. So I am doing this look. It's inspired by Cardi B. She kind of did like this like fake little mullet and stuff. So yeah, I went ahead and parted my hair into like an L shape. And now I'm going to go ahead and cut the bang area. I'm cutting it in the slant. So right where the part is going to be like the longest part of the hair, and as you go further away towards the ear, it's getting shorter. So you guys are going to see what I'm talking about. Hopefully what I'm saying is not confusing, but it's just pretty much at a slant. The bang is at a slant. And I'm just going to go ahead and cut that throughout the entire frontal. Now I do want to leave just a piece of the hair near my ear tabs, like that tendril where you do like the baby hair near your ears. I'm going to leave hair over there in that section, but I'm going to take the rest of the hair on that side of the frontal and cut more upwards. And as you can see, I'm just gathering all that hair and leaving that little ear tab of the hair open and not cut. And as I can see, I was kind of struggling just to make sure that like I didn't get it. And now I'm going to go in with my shears and cut that as well. And boom, just like that. And that's just kind of like my base cut. You want to make sure that you cut a little bit longer than what you anticipate. You don't want to cut too short because you can't glue the hair back on. And I'm going to go ahead and braid this side of the frontal because I'm now going to go ahead and do the zebra stripes, y'all. So I got inspired by LaRasia Andrea here on YouTube. You already know she's like the color queen too, so definitely go ahead and check her out. But I went ahead and just, you know, kind of took that method. And right now I'm just going to go ahead and spray the hair with some water, just to make it damp and easier for the dye to penetrate. I feel like the dye penetrates a little bit better when like the hair is a little bit more damp. And I also want the hair to, you know, be together and stuff. So yes, so now on to dyeing, well, doing the zebra print. I'm gonna go in with my dye brush in some jet black dye, and you're just gonna kind of just press in. You wanna make sure that you don't get too much dye on your brush, otherwise it's going to start dripping and you don't want that. So you just want to make sure that you're kind of building up that color and pressing it like really in so that it kind of penetrates, you know, further than just what the surface of the hair is. And yeah, just be super duper careful with this. Take your time. And yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and just create shapes. I didn't have a specific shape I was going for. I was trying to follow the picture, but then I just freestyled. So do as you please, y'all. Just kind of freestyle with it. And that's exactly what I did. This process was actually pretty fun. And these are like the finished results. I let that sit overnight and, you know, let that dry up before I just rinsed it off. And I just rinsed it off. Like, that's all I did. So yeah, now onto the install. I'm going to go ahead and go in with my 91% alcohol and wipe down my forehead to make sure that there's no oils or dirts on my forehead. You definitely want to make sure you get that ear section. And now on to priming my face. I'm using my Erica J adhesive guard. And I'm just going to go ahead and spray that out over my forehead and let that dry. And now I'm going to go ahead and apply that lace. I did tint the lace with my Amasleo Bay lace tint in the color Mocha. And I did about 2 layers and stuff. So now I'm going to go ahead and just flip my hair back, and I am going to now glue down my hair with the Erica J watermelon adhesive. And I only did 2 thin layers, and I'm just using my comb just to kind of smear that down. And now I'm going to go ahead and do that on just each side. I like to work in sections, so I start off with the middle first and then go to the sides. Now once the glue dries clear, I'm going to go ahead and start off with the middle tab first, and I'm just going to make sure that I place the hairline in front of the glue and then work on the sides. And once I have a position where I want to, that's when I start pressing it down into the glue to make sure that it is nice and secure. And again, you just want to make sure that the hairline is in front of the glue and not behind it. And now I'm just going to go ahead and press that in. And I'm going to go ahead and cut off my excess lace with my eyebrow razor. And I'm just going to cut in a jagged motion. Now for the lace that I didn't glue down, I'm just going to go back in with 2 layers and then using the tip of my comb just to apply it around the perimeter where like the lace ends at, and again do 2 layers and then just you know, press it down and stuff. Now onto the melting process. I am using my spritz spray from Fantasia, and I'm just gonna go ahead and use my finger and dab that around my hairline, and I'm gonna go in with an elastic band to tie it down and let that sit for about 15 to 30 minutes. All right, so now that that's done, I'm gonna go ahead and now start playing around with the hair. I'm gonna press out the hair with my hot comb because y'all can see it kind of got messed up a little bit when like I had it up and stuff. So I'm just pressing the hair into place, and now I'm just gonna go ahead and, you know, chop up that bank a little bit more so it could be more clean. And then now onto our shaved part. I'm gonna go ahead and take out that ear tab part where I'm gonna do my baby hair at, because I do want a baby hair, so I'm just kind of holding on to that. And then I'm gonna go ahead and use my razor comb and razor off the hair. This part was a little bit tricky for me, but I mean, I ended up getting it and stuff, but I definitely want to get the original technique down. So right now I'm just gonna go ahead and part my hair, and this is kind of where I want like the actual cut part or like the shaved part to be at. I don't know if y'all get what I'm trying to say, but yeah. And now I'm gonna go ahead and take some hair around that part just so it can frame my face, pretty much, yeah. And I'm going in with these clippers that I had got from Amazon. They were really cheap. It was only for like $11, and it did the job, you know. I feel like it could have been a little bit better, but it did the job. And I'm just gonna go ahead and cut around my ear just to kind of give me that shaved effect, if you get me. I don't really know how to use clippers like that, y'all, so it's just like, you know, I'm trying my best, but I mean, it was cool. Yeah, y'all see, I'm working on something. And now for the rest of the hair up top, that hair is going to be a little bit longer, so I went ahead and razor it off even more. And now I'm just going to go ahead and mold it. And this is where I kind of got a little bit lost, because I'm like, don't know what to do. The hair is super dense. I don't know how to do these finger waves and stuff and all that, but I tried. So I'm just gonna go ahead and just mold the hair, and I wrapped it around with a satin wrap and let that sit until it was about like 90 to 95% dry. This thing takes forever to dry, okay? Like forever, actually. But I just use that to kind of like press that hair down and make sure that it's nice and sleek. And I'm just gonna gather the hair and cut it. I was trying to use the razor, but it wasn't working, especially because the hair was still kind of damp. So I just winged it and everything, and then kind of went in with the razor to clean it up. And I'm kind of creating my part with that as well too. And we're getting somewhere. All right. Now, once we were done with that, I went back in with the mousse, but this time I used the Nairobi setting lotion. The first one I used was the Lotta Body one, but it wasn't really doing me justice. So I went ahead and used the Nairobi setting lotion, and then I mixed that in concoction with the Gots to Be gel as well, just so that it could really stay flat down and gel down. And now I'm just gonna go ahead and re-flat iron that bang area just to see what we're working with. And this is me applying the Got to Be gel. Now I used the one in the black bottle, not the yellow bottle, and I'm just gonna go ahead and just further mold that hair into place so it's not all over the place. And now I'm using that same Nairobi setting lotion, and I'm just gonna go ahead and start, you know, swooshing my baby hairs into place. And once again, I wrapped my hair until it was dry. Well, that part that I gelled down was dry. And boom. Yeah, that definitely did the job, y'all. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. It looks completely different than what it was looking like beforehand. And to clean up that part, I'm going in with some concealer just to really give that part like some precision. And it definitely gave, like, it definitely did its job. And I'm just gonna go ahead and use that for my regular part too. And now onto the makeup. I'm going in with this silver metallic pencil from Italia. This is an Amazon brand, and I'm going in with my eyebrow glue, well, sorry, my eyelash glue from Duo. And I'm gonna go in with some rhinestones that I got from Amazon, and I'm doing a rhinestone eyebrow, and I'm only gonna do that for the side that is showing because the other side is gonna be completely just not shown at all. So yeah, it doesn't make sense for me to do diamond eyebrows on both sides. So the regular side is just, you know, a regular eyebrow. And now onto eyeshadow. I'm going in with my Milk contour stick in the color Sizzle, and I'm just placing that on my lid as a kind of like a base for my smoky eye. So I'm just gonna go ahead and use a flat brush just to kind of blend that out a little bit and to kind of dry it up. And now going into my Warrior 2 palette from Juvia's Place, I am using the black shade. And then I'm going to go ahead and use that reddish burnt red shade from that same palette, and I'm going to go just in between those two colors just to diffuse them until I get my desired color payoff. Alright, so I already went ahead and prepped and primed my face, and now onto foundation. I am using my Lancome Tint Idol in the color 560. I mixed it with my Rare Beauty foundation in the color 530N. And this is honestly like the best foundation match I've ever actually used. And the Rare Beauty foundation eats, y'all. So I'm just using, I'm buffing it out with my Real Techniques brush. And I'm just gonna go ahead and just buff that all around my face. Now onto concealer. I'm using my Too Faced Born This Way concealer in the color Toffee for underneath my eyes, and for the rest of the places that I'm highlighting, I'm using that same concealer but in the color Cocoa, and Cocoa is just a shade darker than Toffee. And now I'm going in with my Ulta Beauty Precision foundation brush, and I'm just blending out the concealer. And I like to leave my under eyes for last, just so that it could kind of dry out and I could have like a better coverage for underneath my eyes. And now to set my concealer, I'm going to go ahead and use my Huda Beauty loose powder in the color Cinnamon Bun. And then to set that contour on my nose, I am using my Juvia's Place bronze palette in the color Deep Dark, and I'm using the darkest color to contour my nose and also around my face as well too. And for blush, I am using my blush palette from Juvia's Place, and this is in the color, I believe, Volume 3. And I'm just gonna go ahead and press that into my cheekbones. And I'm just gonna go ahead and wipe off my face. And I'm using my P. Louise eyeshadow base in the color Rumor 1, and I'm applying that in my tear ducts just to apply this shimmer color. And I forget which palette I actually use for the shimmer color. It's inside my tear duct, so please, I apologize. But then I'm gonna go back in with those same colors that I use on my lids to do my under eyes, which is from the Warrior 2 palette. And now to highlight, I'm using my Anastasia Beverly Hills Amrezy highlighter. And now I'm going in with the black liner, and this is from NYX. And I'm just gonna go ahead and line my lips. And then I'm going in with this red lipstick that I got from NYX and topping it off with some clear lip gloss that I got from the beauty supply store. And now I'm just gonna go ahead and add some random gems around my face just to give this look a little bit more pizzazz, you know? It's him, so him is very flamboyant. So I'm just like, yeah, we gotta add some jewels, gotta pimp her out, you know? Well, pimp him out. And overall, these are the finished results, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed day 4 of the Powerpuff Girls series. We have one more episode until the season and series finale for this one. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Stay tuned on my Instagram for this, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. Later.